Hey, what's going on, you guys? My name is Rayge, and we are back today to break down what some of the potential characters and team synergies are going to be like, especially for this new Illuminati team. So, in case you guys missed my last video on the data mines update, yes, the infamous Illuminati team has been confirmed now to be in the data mines. I'm sure we're going to get some more information and verbiage once the patch update goes into maintenance tonight. Typically, they go ahead and update some of the data files, and then we'll have even more confirmation of which characters. But in the meantime, guys, that does not stop us from having a bit of fun here. Start taking a look at, which characters potentially are going to get the reworks, especially since we've already seen some members getting value from other previous reworks or potential team synergies. It doesn't exclude them from the fact that they can be included once again for Illuminati. So, guys, I got some of these character additions already kind of filtered out, so we'll go through them left to right, but there's some really, really cool characters. What I've done is I did a bit of research, just, going through the comics, going through the lore, and seeing who some of the most prominent members are. Now, keep in mind, typically from what we've seen with these character team additions in the game, 2 of the old characters in the game are likely going to get reworked, with 3 members being added. We know Captain Britain is going to be one of them. He's going to be leading the charge. He's a very prominent member of Illuminati. Now, I would say in this mix here, guys, of 8 characters, these are probably the most likely characters to get reworked. Now, having said that, there's some that have been recently revised, so I don't know if they're going to take the path of, obviously touching up a character that's always been continually improved, or they go about the other route, which is completely make an irrelevant character once again relevant and giving them much added value. So I'll go left to right to share with my thoughts, guys, and then you guys let me know what you think in the comments below, if any of these characters are on your list or if you're looking forward to getting them reworked. But obviously we saw in the data mines as well that Black Panther Shuri is coming. Now that's why I have Shuri here. It's not going to be this Shuri specifically, but Black Panther Shuri, technically Black Panther was part of Illuminati, so it'd be very, very interesting to see if this new version, this new edition of Black Panther can get included in the mix for a more modernized Illuminati team. Dr. Doom, this character has been circulated so many times now. We thought there was going to be some touch-ups and reworks with him, with Cabal. Well, it did not come to fruition. Mind you, he's a very good character still if you're using him for his kit, but he's just so statistically power crept. Maybe they can touch up his stats. Maybe they finally give him some more bonuses passively with this team. I know he gets that kind of from the villain tag in Cabal when you're using him in Crucible, but otherwise, it's nothing to scream home about, or obviously to create a new meta, because you can use other villains as well. Namor's on this list because he's an iconic member, part of this team, but I believe he's probably going to be very, very unlikely to be included because of how relevant he already is. He's part of the Cabal meta in terms of Crucible, and he has value in other game modes now, especially in War. So I definitely think Namor is excluded from this list, but we thought about him. He was a prominent member with Illuminati and Cabal, so just something to be mindful of there. Emma Frost was also included in my list as well previously for Cabal. She didn't get that, so maybe she's coming into this one, or maybe we get a variant of Emma Frost from a different universe, right? You never know, but she's included in this mix because of her kit. Still actually a really useful character in the game. It's just, again, similar situation to Dr. Doom, just really statistically power crept, and if they can get some touch-ups, it makes them relevant again. Iron Man. Now, here is a leader of Illuminati in many, many renditions. And what we've seen from the past, guys, characters like, Captain America, Hulk, we got Black Widow, all getting touch-ups and reworks, because of them being the original Avengers. Iron Man, could he get that similar love? He previously got a bit of that Bionic Avengers synergy not too long ago. So, I mean, could they touch him up once again? I definitely think it's a likely scenario, but whether or not he's the favorite, whether or not he's going to be, you have to remember too, right? At the end of the day, this is a business, and Scopely wants to obviously infuse some much needed love into characters that may have fallen off the meta for quite some time, and this would be an opportunity to do so. I think Iron Man would fit that mold because of how popular Tony Stark as a character is, but having said that, we recently also added Infinity War Iron Man, so I'm not sure if they want to keep going on that route of creating different variants or retouching the past characters already of the same name but different version. Black Bolt, I think without a doubt, guys, I mean, I'm pretty I'm a big fan of Black Bolt. I've always loved this kid. It's just, unfortunately, statistically, he just was never here in the meta. I think when the Asgardians team first came out with the Inhumans featuring Black Bolt, I think that would have been his top moment in the game, being the one of the best legendaries. But then all these new legendary characters coming out. In terms of the tier list and so forth, Black Bolt definitely is near the bottom now. So to see him rise up with this new team would be absolutely phenomenal. And it would be great because we don't actually have too many bio legendary characters, with the exception here of Red Hulk. So yeah, just something to be mindful of there. Doctor Strange, I wasn't sold on the Secret Defenders team for him just because he was the weakest link, and we also had other slotting characters plug and play like Apocalypse and Skrull, and you can mix and match, right? So could Doctor Strange get some needed love once again? I could definitely see it. It's just we also have the other Doctor Strange variant already with Darkhold. So I don't know if that's the right way to go. And then lastly, guys, Mr. Fantastic, he would be huge. He would be absolutely massive getting the rework, guys. I mean, he's just hasn't been in the game at all ever since his induction. Maybe Fantastic Four had a little bit of moment in the meta, but I mean, otherwise, most of their characters and teams have fallen off. I think you can argue the Thing is actually still on part of the new Avengers team, so obviously he's gotten value. But Torch, Mr. Fantastic, Invisible Woman, these characters have fallen off for quite some time. So definitely a strong considerations there, guys. In my honest opinion, if I had to, bet money on which characters would likely get the reworks here, I am leaning towards Black Bolt, Mr. Fantastic, and Iron Man. I don't like choosing Iron Man as a choice, but these developers seem to love gravitating towards these original Avenger characters, so it can be a very, very likely scenario. But yeah, that's it for now, guys. I think it's gonna be personally Black Bolt, Mr. Fantastic, and Iron Man taking the lead here. Potentially, if Black Panther Shuri does get added as a new character into the game, then she can be part of this team. Or maybe they're just going to bring in an entirely different Wakandans team with Black Panther Shuri. That could also very well make sense. I'm not sure. You just never know what kind of methodology or kind of synergies they're planning to do. But we know Black Panther Shuri has been teased quite a bit with all the art already. And then again, like I said, I think characters that have stayed out of the meta for quite some time, including Black Bolt and Fantastic, they do have that much needed attention, especially when developers have confirmed that they want to make irrelevant characters relevant once again, and it just gives them some much needed life and previous investments for players and having those characters already invested in. But yeah, that's my thoughts, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Who are you best believing that are going to be recommending for the upgrades here, reworks, and potentially, and even what are your ideas on characters to be added? It's going to be interesting times for sure. Thank you for your time as always, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.